Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be playing Ben Garin Orange. If you have ever played Hell on the Border, or you live in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and you are around here and you played in Ben Garin, you probably know the Orange course. But it's depending on the division you sign up for, it's usually MA1 and Open that plays this course. So there's a chance you could play it, but I just thought, what the heck? Someone may want to know what this course is like that sign up for Hell on the Border. So start off, we got hole 1, par 3, 400 feet, 2 plays, forehand, backhand. If you have a 400-foot forehand, it's pretty easy. There's no danger out there, and there's really no danger with a backhand. You just got to go right of this pole and kind of skip under the tree and get to the basket. So let's get straight into it. I'll throw a Tesla first, and then I have a Defy. We'll do 2 off the tee on hole 1, and then go into the rest of the round like normal. If you haven't subscribed yet, just hit the button. Super easy, free, super easy. All right, hole 1, here we go. That's literally what you want to do. Oh, okay, that was a little short, but perfect line. Ooh, got a little wet. Got a little wet. Here we go. Well, I tried to put more on that and turned it over really bad, so looks like we're taking the first shot. First putt is outside the circle. I will take that for the first putt of the day. That was legit first putt of the day. Twice for it's luck. Nope, it was luck. Okay. We got hole 2, it's 326. There's really only one mistake you can do here that's just, that puts you in a tough par get, and that's if you go into the woods early. There's 2 plays, you can backhand, kind of, you don't have to do a crazy turnover. It's essentially, if you can throw it straight, you'll be all right. But I do a little forehand out there. Like I said, it's 326, so just do a little forehand and just do not end up too far left. If you end up, or too far right, if you end up left, you're golden, easy pitch up. At least you have a jump putt at the basket or something like that. So here we go. Something just like that. This is hole 3, it's 400, it says it's 420 feet, but to me it plays a little further than that. I don't know why, it just seems like it's further than 420 feet. It feels like 440, but 2 plays, if you got a 440 foot forehand, that's the play that I play. But you can also do a backhand turnover. You want something that can flip up and kind of pan a little, but you don't want to turn it over because there's woods on the right side. Once you get past these trees, there's kind of an opening, and then there's a lot of woods on the backside, and so definitely don't want to just turn something over. It's not a hard hole to par, but it is a great get to get a birdie. That's usually my mistake. That's usually my mistake if I early release it. That'll work. Like I said, I had a pretty bad drive, but it's not very hard to par. All right, we're at hole 4, par 5, 764 feet. To me, it's a pretty soft par 5. Should be definitely doable to par. There's a creek that goes right in the middle of the fairway that's 325, maybe 350 on the far side to get past. So you can go big off the tee, try to get off as much distance as you can, and then that way you have a little an easier approach shot. The hole is back in the woods to the left, or you can throw short. There's a little tee box that's basically a drop zone. If you go in the water, you can kind of throw for that, throw a putter up there or a mid-range, whatever, and then go big on your second shot. So I normally forehand through on the right side of this telephone pole, put a little flex on it, make sure I get over the creek. I honestly, the best shot is a backhand turnover. If you can rip it and get it to turn out, you can get a ton of distance. I've had actually a look at the basket with the backhand before, and it don't happen very often. Yeah, that's great. That's literally perfect. I mean, if I could have got more flex, I'd have been way up there. I'll throw a backhand just for kicks and giggles. It may be better, it may be worse, I don't know. Here we go. That is freaking beautiful. You don't want to end up too left, but yeah, that's up there, that's safe. Nothing wrong with either one of those shots. Perfectly playable for both. Generally speaking, I like the forehand play better because once you get out here, the further right you are, the better line you have into the gap. Definitely do not want to end up left in there. If you do that, you are basically pitching out. It's gel in there, so you don't want to end up left. If you're gonna make a mistake, it's definitely better to turn something over and end up to the right. It may not be bad to do a standstill from here. Nothing wrong with that. That's a jump putt. So got a putt for eagle. This does not happen very often. I'm usually somehow missed and I'm out there out wide and I got to come back, but the fact that I got to look at a basket's awesome. Get up. Just threw it low. Right line, but low. That's a par. No, that's a birdie. So on to hole 5. Hole 5, par 4, 780 or 479 feet. 2 plays. You can forehand up in the gap. Stay in the fairway obviously is the goal. You can throw something straight. If you're a madman, you can take your fastest disc, try to get it out there, flip it up, turn it. The hole is actually, or the basket is through this gap, back there to the right, and around the corner and down in the bowl. I have yet to ever see anyone get there in one shot. You're a madman if you do that. That is ideal. Stay down. Yeah, that's close to the wood line. I still should be all right. And that's it. If that was higher, that'd be great. But both of them are good. Second shot is right there, and then first shot is right here. I thought I was actually in the wood line more, but no, a great spot to be. You have a better angle at the basket. Basket is literally just right around that tree right there. That's all you need. That's really all you need. That should be a tap in birdie. Okay, so this is hole 6, par 3, 420 feet. It's a very tough birdie to get. I've only birdied a few times. If you hit the gap, it's pretty easy par to some degree. If you do not hit the gap, it is a tough par. So I take a crave, hyzer flip it, get through this gap, and hopefully get a look at the basket. If not, then I don't know, we'll go from there. That's not great. I pulled it like I always do on this hole. Try to throw a Tesla, see what happens. That's what you want. That's what you want. Flip, flip, don't hit that tree. Dadgummit. Dang it. And I'm somewhere in these woods. I don't know if I have an out or not, but this could potentially turn into a bogey. Just like I said, it doesn't take much, and it's a bogey. Ah. Oh, I got a tough shot for the bogey. Double bogey. Yeah, this hole can eat your lunch if you're not careful. Like I said, didn't get out of the gap. Approach shot was okay, bad kick. Can't get out, missed the putt, missed the comebacker. Take a 5 on a par 3, not good. So, if you get a 3, if you get a 2, you are 100% gaining strokes on the field. Main goal on this hole is get through the Mando. Get through the Mando, throw a forehand, backhand, whatever you feel most confident with to get through the hole. If you miss the Mando, you gotta go to a drop zone and basically hope you throw it in for a par. That's it. Yeah, something like that's perfect. Been really liking forehand in the range, so I'll try the range here. So I made it through the gap. Harder par putt, or harder birdie putt, but made it through the gap. You know, the range would be a very good disc on this hole because it'd be hard to push it deep. So range would be a good disc to throw on this hole. That's good to get one of the birdies back after a double bogey. Double bogeys sucks. We got hole 8, par 3, 280 feet. It's pretty simple as far as from here you can see the basket, but the tee pad's actually to our left over here. You can't really see the basket much from the tee pad, so my play is take something like an MV, more stable MV, push it straight through this gap and let it come back, nestle up by the hill. What you don't want to do is go too far deep. There is a big creek back there that's out of bounds, and it's a straight drop off. So the good thing is if you do go basically airball and go right by the basket, you're essentially like 8 feet behind the basket, so it's an easy tap in par, but you don't want to juice it too far. It's literally ideal. And that's it. I mean, that is literally 100% what you want to do. Love shots like this because they're basically stressless. Just super easy tap in birdies. One of the best feelings in disc golf, other than peering gaps or hitting your exact line you want to hit, but tap in birdies are fantastic. This hole 9, par 3, it's like 304 feet, but it's a straight dog leg left and very tricky birdie. Not so much hard par. What you want to do is there's a tree right in the middle of the fairway that kind of splits off into 4. You want to go left of that on hyzer and hopefully get a skip closer to the basket. The further inside you are, the better, but my goal is to just throw it straight on hyzer and just at least hit the gap. I'm not trying to get a birdie on this hole, although a look at the basket is fantastic. I just want to make sure I don't bogey. What you don't want to do is early release left, hug the gap hug the left side too tight, end up in the woods, have to pitch up, and then throw again for a par, take a bogey. That's what you don't want. So that is literally exactly, that's exactly what you want to do. So this is a great shot on this hole. You got to look at the basket. That's really all you can ask for. Seems like it's always a little bit guarded though. It's hard to end up over here or over there. I kind of ended up right behind these trees. Freaking yes, let's go. That is a fantastic birdie. I've only birdied this hole a handful of times. So absolutely fantastic. Worth celebrating over for sure, because it's a tough pickup. All right, so this is hole 10, par 3, 258 feet. So 2 plays really for me. I guess if you wanted to, you could do a grenade over the top if you have that. I've seen people do forehand spike hyzers. I don't do that. There's a clusters of trees right in front of the hole that you can see the kind of hole in between. You can go to the right or the left side of that. If you go to the right side, you got to keep it low and try to miss the tree that's forked, or you can throw something, it's really straight, so like a buzz or a hex, something that's pretty straight on a touch of anhyzer through this left gap and let it flex into there. And so there's 2 plays. I don't know which one I'll do. Let's see here. I think I'm gonna go right gap and aim for that forked tree. Try to keep it low and hope I miss, either go to the left or the right of it. The backhand turnover feels so good if you accomplish it, but I'm just gonna try to go low, straight at that tree right there. Straight down, good kick. That's perfect. Okay, so that was a little high and a little on hyzer, but it worked. Sometimes you can be off on your line just a little. The course will give you one. Sometimes it'll take it away, but it's nice. It's nice for it to give it to you every once in a while. Several plays here. Forehand through this left gap, this big tree in the middle. Forehand to the left side, or backhand right through this right gap, which the right gap is so enticing because it's just a straight throw. I kind of go back and forth. I don't know what I want to do on this hole. I'm probably going to go backhand today. Oh, that was the line. Horrible, horrible ground play. I don't know what I tried to do, but it was definitely not it. I'll try forehand just for kicks and giggles. Yeah, that's the forehand play. Did the forehand right, did not do the backhand. It's always 50-50 for me. I don't ever know what to do. This is not ideal at all. This tree being in the way. Yeah, I'll take that. I will take it for sure. That's pretty simple. It's a hard one to a bogey unless you get off the fairway. That's kind of how this course is. If you stay on the fairway, you should be good. But if you get off the fairway, it could be pretty nasty. It's just beyond this big clump of trees. I mean, right on the other side. I throw a forehand, just pretty much flat out there, let the disc do the work. But you can also throw a backhand and hyzer and just kind of let it drift over there. The problem with that is you gotta be careful not to turn it over into the woods. There is a few lines in the woods, but it also can be a lot of gel in there. And that's okay. That's the mistake you want to make. That is way too deep, but it's probably a jump putt at the basket, so it's the right mistake. What you don't want to do is end up right into the bushes. It's definitely a tough putt from here. It's outside the circle, but slow sailing makes it tough, but I would love to get it because it'd be a great birdie, but nope. Hit the pole. This is essentially the same shot. This is hole 13, par 3, 368. It's tucked in the woods. It's a basket that hangs in the tree. Essentially what you want is a flat release. If you're left-handed, it'd be great. You could do a left-hand hyzer into the woods. But you can do a spike hyzer over all of it, or you can do a backhand turnover into the gap. Doesn't matter, just get into the gap. I do a forehand, and on a forehand, you want it flat, maybe a touch nose up, and you want it, I guess you don't have to have it nose up, but if it's nose up, it kind of crashes into the hole harder. So here we go. That is nose up. I hope that's not short. Should have a look at the basket. This is a tough putt here. What you don't want to do is try to get too greedy and hit a tree. I think I got a line at it. We're gonna try for it. Oh, don't you roll. Don't you roll. Dirty, dirty dog. I thought that was in the whole way. Should have got it up a little bit more. Definitely had some steam on it. Well, that's another par, that's okay. Would have been nice to get that one. As long as we're not taking bogeys. That's what we don't want, is a bogey. So hole 14, par 4, 495. It's essentially get out the hole best way you can. Forehand, backhand, doesn't matter. A lot of people do a backhand at the stake in the middle of the fairway right there. And then you have about a 250, 300 foot approach shot. So what you don't want to do is hit that guy. No, what you don't want to do is actually go over the road's out of bounds. Like that. Oh, I'm so lucky. Normally I do not want to put turn on that. I do not want it to turn at all. I just want it flat, but it's the mistake you want to make if you do make a mistake. All right, so back there, right there is where we came from. Now we're going right here. What you don't want to do is end up over the road. So something like that. Something like that will do. That'll be easy peasy. Oh, this is pretty simple from here. There it is. Hole 15, par 4, 543 feet. This is probably the easiest hole on the course. Really, you just try to get there. I've had eagle looks. I've missed some eagle putts. I've never eagled it, but I've been in right outside circle 1, and so you can backhand or forehand. I backhand, and really, if you could aim something at this cluster of trees kind of closest to us, get it to flip and turn and flex around them, and get down there in the bowl, that's a great shot. That's too much turn. That's exactly what I said I don't want to do. Slow down, stop, get out of there. Don't, no, stop. Okay, well, should be an easy birdie unless you're there. Freaking A. Okay, this is actually not as bad as I thought it was. I thought it went deeper. I was fortunate to not throw it so far, but I should have a little forehand hyzer around the corner. Get around the corner. Yes, fortunate to walk away with the birdie with that drive. Hole 16, par 4, 633. You want to basically get 350 off the tee. Leaves you with about 300. Roads OB, there's a creek that you're not going to get to on your first throw unless you're Anthony Barella. It's the creek and it's out of bounds. So I would say forehand, backhand, doesn't matter. Find a way to stay in the fairway. That's a little left. I don't want to be that far to the right, I mean. That's still good though. Be all right. I usually want to push it straighter, but I didn't. We've essentially got basically the same shot again. I need to figure out exactly about how far I got left, because if it's less than 300, I'm going fireball. Basically 280, 290 to get over the creek. So I think I'm gonna go fireball. Can't see the basket, but it's essentially, there's that big manhole looking thing with the bridge. It's about 50 feet to the right of that. So it's just right over the creek. Get over, get over, get over. I think I'm over. I am right of the basket. It's gonna be a putt right on the edge of this wood line. Yes! Didn't have that great of an upshot, but man, it's awesome. I don't even know what my score is right now, but I'm playing this course the best I've ever have. I think there's been one other time I've shot this good. I don't even know what I'm at. I'll have to figure it up. Yeah, I don't know. It's got 2 holes left, so I can't get too excited, but hole 17, par 3, in the long position, which is 320 feet. Throw your straightest disc right at it, or you can forehand out this left side. I usually throw a hex right at it. Okay, if it doesn't. Oh man, if it wouldn't hit that tree branch, it would have been outright, but I at least would have had a putt. Man, I want to throw another one just for kicks. This time I'm going to throw version 3 balance. Here we go. Of course. Leave it to player 2. Can't even see the basket, it's around that tree. Long jump putt. It's a good bid. We are at hole 18, par 3. It's in the long position, so it's 418 feet. Same thing. Do whatever you can to get there, forehand, backhand, whatever you got. That'll work. That will work. So I've got a birdie look on this last hole. I think if I make it, that'll put me 10 under, which is absolutely out of this world on that course. For me, normally on this course, I'm shooting between 3 and 5 under, somewhere in there. Even's a pretty bad round for me, but I'd say 3 to 5 is pretty average. Not 10 under. 10 under is kind of an anomaly. So very, very good round. There's some people out there that probably have played with me that know I can shoot that, and there's people out there that think he's lying. I'm not lying. I just had a really good day. So I'm gonna try to make this, and we'll go from there. It's unbelievable. I've only shot, I think, 10 under here one other time. It's kind of a fluke. Today's kind of a fluke, man. I don't know what happened. I was just shooting really well. But that's essentially, if you want to do well in a tournament, that's a good score, I would think, out here. So I can't believe I shot that on camera. That just blows my mind, but it's one I'll always look back at and think, man, did some good shooting. There's some potential there, but that's why I'm not a pro. Too inconsistent. I'll come out here tomorrow and shoot +1. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. And until I catch you in the next one, be sure to subscribe. Go in peace and be blessed.